matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Sellers. Buys a little time with his feet. At the 35, he's open. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes.
It was so positive, and you did such a good job scrambling and making a play, but finish it. Finish that play understanding, I got some positive yards. Let's get down. Let's take care of the football. Didn't do a good job at the end of the run.
Well, this drive probably will help him pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Sellers. Hubs it downfield. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job bringing on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And some room to work. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Belt. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The Dawgs will keep this drive going.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And off from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. At the 35, he's loose. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
South Carolina, 0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. And the Gamecocks will have a 1st down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, and I give back that last score. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Frazier. Turning on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Using his legs, it's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the pitch. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the ground with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break.
South Carolina, 10.
And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Over the middle, it's Branch. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. I don't
don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Frazier. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. On the ground. Touchdown, Gamecock. And the comeback is on. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. They'll run the option. The pitch. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied.
South Carolina, 16.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Throwing right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for the quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Caught in the backfield, it's Branch. He's loose. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And how about the work-up run by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dawgs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
On the move. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
South Carolina, 23.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Sellers. With the catch, it's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Under fire. Got a man, it's Smith. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't...
He wants to take the top off. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, South Carolina! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Such a big play to score that touchdown, but now you don't have a lot of time to celebrate. You've got to come up with your best two-point play to send this thing into overtime and give yourself a chance. Who on offense can come up with a big one here with the game on the line?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, that was 2 points they needed to have to tie this one up. Now, there's tons of pressure on the defense to get the ball back to have a chance to win.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested.